What's up, everybody? Going live. I am tired. We are in South Dakota, and I've been eating, and I'm going to go live here. Going to show y'all some stuff. Last night was pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. It feels good to troll a troll. So I just wanted to come live real quick while I could and address a few things too. In a good way, nothing bad. You know you're doing something right whenever you got trolls calling you a liar. All right, knowledge and information is not about lying or fibbing or any of those things. It's not about lying. It just says, hey, if you have some research that you think I'm wrong about, then present your research. You know what I mean? So it's not a lying thing. So whenever someone calls you a liar and words that don't even matter, then you know you're right on the target, because what are they saying? They're saying they don't have any research. They don't have anything that can trump what you got, all pun intended. So anyways, I just want to come on here and still make sure everybody knows I only have one Telegram, Rattletrap 1776, only one. I only have one Rumble, Rattletrap 1776. I only have one True Social, at Derek Johnson. And then, you know, all my other stuff's for music. So I didn't want to cross these things together. So anyways, just want to come on here. I did say last night I'd get to the comment box and didn't. So I apologize about that. So I will come back on here and say hello. But I just want to show you some more things of why, if a veteran, it's pretty sad when we have veterans out there, not just veterans, but active duty and National Guard who have no clue why they're serving. It's not about lying. Once again, it's just about origin and understanding what you saw right in front of you. So it's not about lying. So if they're saying that, that's all good, because the more they run my name down, the more my price goes up, right? And this ain't about the money. So what's that mean? It's if they're running my name down, the more the people who research and read and go, holy crap, this is exactly what it says. Derek Johnson didn't write these laws. Other people wrote these laws. So don't worry about that. I don't, and two, I'm not trying to be mean to people in my inbox, but I'd rather you just not tell me. I don't really care about what's been saying over there. No offense, but just like there, it's like I don't, I'm okay. I'm not saying not to. I'm just saying that, look, it's negativity. And if they don't have a leg to stand on and a pot to piss in. If they can't talk about laws and orders and regulations, then they're pretty much in trouble. And the other thing that they're not doing is this. Here's the other thing y'all aren't thinking about. Maybe you haven't. Let me just give you a different perspective. While they're busy trying to call me a liar and all these other things, how about they tell us how great Joe Biden's been? If they really think Joe Biden's president, how about they tell us how great he's been? Because if I didn't know what I know, and if I just was someone who thought Joe Biden was actually president, what has he done? What has he done that's helped anybody? Anybody. No matter what you believe, what has he done? So all the energy they're spending trying to tear somebody down just shows you what they have on their plate. Nothing. Bare plate. All right, so anyways, so I just want to clear that up. It does feel good. Sometimes you have to lay the hammer down on trolls. But it is still sad that we have veterans in this nation who don't know anything about the military which they served in. Nothing with the laws of which regulates that service. And the other thing about people like the trolls we've had, which was a claim to be in the military, one, if you're in military right now, if you're active or you're National Guard, you're under oath and you're under a National Security Act. You can't be talking. Or I can find out who your commander is and give them a little buzz and say, well, guess what? I'm pulling rank because I am a veteran. I'm an honorably retired veteran. So that's a violation. So I'm going to show you some cool stuff here. I'm going to flip this thing around here. Let's see here. And we're going to read this together like some of my early videos. All right, so these trolls claim that the National Guard can leave their states, right? Okay, well, they can't unless they're federally activated. So let's just read this right here. Let's go to school, ladies and gentlemen, because most of you are awesome and you want to learn, and I'm just going to read this for you. All right, all you got to do is go to Google and type in National Guard, and you come over here. It's the National Guard is a state-based military force that becomes a part of the reserve components of the United States Army and United States Air Force when activated for federal missions. What'd you just say, Derek? State-based military force, but become a part of this when activated for federal missions. Woo, weird. Isn't that amazing when you do a little reading? Isn't that something when you just open the little book up and do some reading? Well, let's go over here and look at here. Look at who their allegiance is. Right here. Federal, look at that 10 United States Code. All right, there's a bunch of sections up under that. All right, they're territorial. See, state and territorial is under a different code. All right, so look at here. Garrison headquarters, all 50 U.S. states. Amazing, ain't it? Now let's go over here to the Air National Guard. Let's see what the Air National Guard has to say. Mr. Troll, who claims he's in the Air National Guard. Now watch this. This even gets better. The Air National Guard, also known as the Air Guard, is a federal military reserve force, as well as the air militia of each U.S. state, the District of Columbia, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's come on over here. Watch this. When Air National Guard units are used under the jurisdiction of the state governor, they are fulfilling their militia role. However, oh God, don't I love the word however. Look at here, Troll. However, let me highlight that. However, if federalized by the order of the, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, President of the United States, Air National Guard units become an active part of the United States Air Force. Oh, did I just read what I just read, Mr. Troll? Mr. Air National Guard knows everything? Oh my God, did I just read that? Yes, I did, ladies and gentlemen. Look, when the Air National Guard units are used under the jurisdiction of the state governor, they are fulfilling their militia role, which means their state role. However, if federalized by the order of the President of the United States, Air National Guard units become an active part of the United States Air Force, which is what I was saying last night, Mr. Troll. Mr. Air National Guard, you're not even supposed to be talking, number one, because we're in a wartime situation because President Trump extended his powers as president under these titles, Title 10, also the Stafford Act, the Presidential Emergencies Act, also 47 U.S. Code 606. See, let me flip this back around. See, you have to understand the origin of everything, Mr. Trolls. All of you out there, if you're serving and you have no clue what's going on, read. It's right here. These are your regulations. Right here. It's that simple. However, if federalized by the order of the President of the United States, then you have to go back to the origin. So what the troll was in the comment box, which by the way, he only had like 9 followers. Okay, this is how evil works, ladies and gentlemen. They don't mess with my energy. I'm fully ready all the time, fully prepared. But sometimes you have to lay the hammer down on some of these trolls because they're evil and they're trying to deceive you. They're trying to deceive you, the people, okay? Because many of you still, not you maybe watching, but maybe some of the new ones that watch this video still are not going over to Google and going Air National Guard. Boom, click on it. National Guard, boom, click on it. Many of you still aren't going over there and clicking and reading for yourself. Don't take it for what I say. I give you the tools and the roadmap. That's why my video went globally viral. And it's still globally viral. I cannot believe I'm sitting here talking right now in a different way. But I didn't write these laws. I didn't write these orders. I didn't write these regulations. President Trump issued 3 national emergencies. 3 national emergencies that must be addressed by Congress. That is a law. That's a federal law. They did not address those. Therefore, he had to do what? He had to activate the military. All 50 states at one time, never been done before in United States history. He activated all 50 states at one time. That's what you saw, 35,000 plus National Guard members go to the District of Columbia, which in military law and also in U.S. law is a foreign territory. It's not a city, not a state. That is U.S. law. That's federal law. That's military law. It's so simple, it's stupid. All right, so let's go on over here. We're going to look at some more. I'm going to flip this back around. Then I'll get to the other. All right. This is how long these things are, okay? This is right here is chapter 1209, active duty. Now look how long this is. Look, get sick. Get sick. This is active duty alone under the United States Code. Look, get sick. And this is why it's sickening for stupid people who claim to be in the military. They ain't reading. All right. All right, let's get over here. 10 U.S. Code 12301, reserve components. Generally. Now look at this. Look at all this. All right, let's come over here. Look at this. Understanding the guard status. Look here. Look at that. Title 10. Who controls that? Look at that. Title 10 is the president. Look, worldwide. Active component, reserve and National Guard. Recognize militia, which militia is state. State, militia. Title 10. Look, president, active component, reserve component, and National Guard. What's that say? Worldwide. Who does it? What's that say right there? President. Lord God help us. Oh, look at what we have down here. What did I just say a while ago? Stafford Act, which is 42 U.S. Code. Look, designed to bring natural disaster assistance for state and local, carrying out the responsibilities to aid citizens. Congress's intention was to encourage state and localities to develop comprehensive disaster preparedness plans, prepare for a better intergovernmental coordination. All right, let's come over here. Now look, I'm going to show you. This is what you got to look up. See this right here? Here's all the codes under Title 10 alone. Look, this is just 10 U.S. Code 406, 12406 alone, National Guard. Now look at all the sections. Look, this is what trolls don't read. Look at all these sections. Look at them. Look at this. I mean, look at all this. You know, now I've read all these. So that's why I'm going to different tabs here. All right, look at the general military law. Watch this right here. Y'all want to get sick again? Get ready. Look, this is general military law. Look, get sick. Look, get sick. Look how much further I got to go. Look at this. Look, get sick. Look at here. Mr. Military people, y'all know everything. Look at this. Get sick. Get sick. Still going. Look, ladies and gentlemen. This is military law alone, right here. And look how far we are. Look at that. Look how far we got to go. Look, military law alone. Look at that. Look, come on, people. Where you at, trolls? Where you at, Mr. National Guard, know everything? Mr. I didn't serve more than 3 years. I can't know, my brain ain't comprehensible. Look, you can't even get, look, watch this. Look at this. Look. I mean, look at where we are. And I took it and I did this right here. Watch this right here. Watch, I'm going to do this. Now watch. Look at all this. This is military law alone. All right. Look at here, reserve components. This is the reserve components alone. Look at this. Let's just do a little bit. Look at the reserve components. Look at the reserves alone. Look at that. Look at that. Look at where we are. All right. Let's come over here. Enlisted members. Oh my God, look at this. That's a little shorter. Look. All right, now let's come over here. 10 U.S. Code 12401. Army and Air National Guard of the United States status. Members of the Army National Guard of the United States and the Air National Guard of the United States are not in active federal service except when ordered thereto under law. People who don't read. People who don't read. Now look at here. Army and Air National Guard of the United States. Commissioned officers, duty in National Guard Bureau. Look, who's that say? The President may, with their consent, order commissioned officers of the Army National Guard of the United States and the Air National Guard of the United States to active duty. Y'all got to read, people. You got to read. And this is how you trump trolls. All pun intended. Look. Look right here. This is how you trump them. You go read. You go pull up. Now look at here. Here's 12405. National Guard and Federal Service status. Look at that. Right there in front of you. All right, let's come over here. Look at that. The President is unable with regular forces to execute the laws of the United States. The National Guard are called into service. What did Congress do? Congress failed to do what? Their role. All right. The President may call in the federal service members and units of the National Guard of any state in such numbers as he considers necessary to repel invasion, suppress the rebellion, or execute those laws. What laws? The laws that Congress failed to uphold. 3 national emergencies that he declared, one in Executive Order 13848 and the other 2 verbally. What does it say again? He can call in to federal service members, units of the National Guard of any state in such numbers he considers necessary to execute those laws. Read it. Go freaking read. National Guard and the Federal Service. Period of service. Whenever the President calls the National Guard of a state into federal service, he may specify in the call the period of the service. So all this other stuff over here about this 270 days bullcrap that you read over here, what does it just say? Whenever the President calls the National Guard of a state into federal service, he may specify in the call the period of the service. Look at here. Members and units called shall serve inside or outside the territory of the United States during the term specified unless sooner relieved by the who? President. Unfreaking believable. If people would just read the damn law. What are Title 10 military orders? Here's just the simplicity. Here's just a regular simple Google search for you guys. All you got to do is this. Title 10 orders National Guard. And look what it shows you right here. Look at this. It allows the President to federalize the National Guard forces by ordering them to active duty in their reserve component status or by calling them into federal service in their militia status according with the following USC sections 1. How freaking difficult is it? Oh my God. And look at here. Look at this. Lieutenant General, look at that. 20 to 40,000 soldiers. Yeah, you're true. I love that comment there. Most trolls can't read, Lauren. You are 140% correct if there's ever a way to be that high percentage. It's really sad, really. It really is that, it's sad, it is, that we've reached this point in our nation where we have people arguing and calling people liars over law and order. It ain't like you're talking about their mama or their daddy or their kid ain't made the high school football team or something. Or, like we're talking about law and order. We're talking about being on the same plane together and rooting against the pilots. I mean, and so, it's like we've reached a place in history where some of us actually are smarter than others. And that don't mean you're not capable. It just means that some of us, we've been reading this a long time and we can apply more up here. Now you can too because you have a brain right here. You don't have to be a lawyer to interpret the law. You don't have to be in the military to know military laws, military orders, military regulations. You don't have to be. It don't. You got a brain. Use it. It's real simple. And so guys like me get out on the front line, right, and serve beyond our service. And it ain't just me. There's a bunch of me's out there. And we've been trying to tell you for 2 or 3 years now, especially 2 years, because coming up on January, it'll be 2 full years that we've been saying, hey, Joe Biden received a full-grade military funeral service. Full-grade military funeral service. 3 volley salute signifies funeral service. All right. The POW flag hanging under the American flag at the Capitol building. Prisoner of war. Wasn't on any other inauguration in presidential history. Okay. Then none of the colorations were perfect, like nothing. They were all different. Then Biden swore in at 11:47 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which violates the 20th Amendment of the Constitution, which specifically says a president's term is to begin and end at noon Eastern Standard Time, more preferably 12:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to make that official. All right. And then all the uniforms around him were non-regulation uniforms, which it's so whack that it was right in front of everybody. And it's like military symbols, military codes, military operations, the Constitution. It's all right in front of you. But we're in an information war because people won't read. Now, then we got the others who don't even like America. They want to change America. They want it to be a socialist country, communist country, and they don't even know what those terms actually mean. They don't even know truly what they mean. But here's the other flip side. There's 195 other registered countries that have communism and fascism and socialism. Go get them. But America, the United States, is the only country that looks like it does. So in order for, if I wanted another country that looked like the United States, well, guess what? I'm stuck here because this is the only one. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to fight for it. And we've been doing that. This is a covert, monumental, biblical, historical operation. And it's been going on right in front of your eyes. And my documents lay that out. My documents lay all that out. Everything. I break down all of Trump's executive orders, Commander-in-Chief Trump. I break down all of his orders and how they play into this. All right. They're monumental, they're historical, and they're biblical. And you have all this code language and this optics around it. And these hillbilly bumpkins, like the troll we had from Arkansas, hillbilly bumpkin, probably made a 31 on his ASVAB, okay, wants to get on and be Billy Bad Bones in the comment box with 9 followers, all right? And it ain't making a focus on him. What I'm doing is highlighting to you that, look, you got to read, and when you read, it's your best knowledge. So, you got to understand law and order from the simplicity side of where our founders founded it, okay? Our founders were very simple people, but they're brilliant people. They didn't want law to be too crazy as it is now. That's why Marbury versus Madison, 1803, says this. I say it in every video. Any statute that bears the appearance of a law, so basically any statute that looks like a law, that doesn't back the Constitution, is null and void. It's null and void. So, it's not rocket science. So we have now what I call pinball freedom. We have a law for 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 a law, and you can't even move. Then you have a tax for 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 a tax. We have too much stuff. We have too much clutter. We have clutter. And all of you will pay all these ungodly amount of costs for gas and taxes and inflation, but not do anything about it. And it's a man-made system. We made it. If we made it, we can fix it. If we made it, we can abolish it. And the Declaration of Independence specifically says that we, the people, have the right to what? Let's just look up. Let's look up the Declaration of Independence, and let's pull up the words, and let's just watch this. Watch this right here. Let's see, archives.gov. Look at that. Look at that. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among whom? Men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government, here we come, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and institute a new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Imagine that. Imagine that. We can do what? We can alter or abolish it. Alter or abolish it. It's right in front of everybody. Right in front of everybody. So, it's sad that we've reached this point in history that we have Americans who are too lazy to read. We have people in the military who don't even know their own regulations. And it's not funny. It really ain't funny at all. It's not funny. It's sad. It really is sad that they would be willing to lay their life down and not really even know why they're laying their life down. Don't mean they're not a good person. Doesn't mean they don't have a good heart. It doesn't mean that that they don't have good intentions. But to get on and to be telling their friends out there that this ain't true when it happened right in front of everybody. The president issued 3 national emergencies that went unaddressed by Congress. And he had to do what? That was a national security breach, which is outlined in Article 2 of the Constitution. Go read Article 2 of the Constitution. You see how long just the U.S. codes are alone on military. Just think about everything that comes into play. Go read Article 2 of the Constitution and look in there and then see what the president's roles are. And then when you go read about national emergencies that he declared he put one in Executive Order 13848 2 years before it even went into effect, which was brilliant. That told you right there they already knew what was coming. Okay. And then you got the 2 verbal national emergencies in 2020 that went unaddressed by Congress. So Congress failed to do their job. Okay. And so then he had to call in the National Guard, a federal duty. Never before in history 50 U.S. states went into action, ever. All right. The order wasn't rescinded. Just because they went back to their states don't mean anything. That meant they left garrison and went into wartime zone, which is outlined as a wartime president, which 47 U.S. Code 606 is called War Powers of the President. And the last president to use those was FDR, Franklin D. Roosevelt. And President Trump used a lot of optics in his speeches about Pearl Harbor and March the 4th and inauguration time periods. So you just would have had to been paying attention. And we're almost 2 years into the full visual operations and backtracking everybody, trying to make people remember what happened way back here is impossible. It's just about impossible unless you were paying attention. It's just about impossible. The other thing is, ever since January the 6th and January 17th, 2021, which is when President Trump activated the National Guard of Federal Duty, ever since then, they've been in the sky every single day out of their states. And I watch this app. We're going to pull it up right here. We're going to pull it up live right here. Okay. We're going to pull it up. We're going to see who's in the sky right now. Let's get the military filtered in. It's a free app. No clearance required. All right. So this app right here, look at here. This is a VIP. This is a special air mission. And most people always thought it was just the president that flew under a SAM call sign. It's not. It's called a special air mission. Oh, and look where it came from. Matter of fact, just 5 weeks ago, guess what happened? Let's pull this up. We're going to pull this up too. Military Military transfers powers. Let's see. Communications. This is how you do stuff. See, this is why you have to know what to do. Bear with me here. 2. Watch this. Ooh. Look at here. Look at this right here. This is Space Force. Army transfers satellite communications missions to United States Space Force. All military SATCOM are under one service for the first time. Do you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen? That means this. There's only one command center for all the military right now as we speak. Only one. Not one single speech. Not one single article. Hear me out. There's not one single speech and not one single article where Joe Biden has mentioned the word Space Force. So who activated the National Guard to federal duty again? And what orders are still in play? Because every single day, right here, let me pull the app back up again. Let's flip back over here. See, there's a prime example down there, right there in the comment box. Kim, I don't care what your nephew says. Your nephew, first off, your nephew isn't high ranking, all right? And your nephew clearly don't know his, I'm going to make you mad, but that's fine. He clearly don't know Army regulations. You clearly are all been sleeping, okay? Because every single day, the National Guard have been out of their states and out of this country. So, there's a prime example. Your nephew ain't supposed to talk, first off, because he is what? He's under oath, all right? Title 10 of the Constitution, which is the oath, all right? And also he's under a National Security Act, which is a national security breach. So your nephew needs to keep his damn mouth shut is what he really needs to do, because he's violating his oath and he's violating security. All right. So sorry to have to come down hard on you, but you're proving exactly what I'm saying. You're proving exactly what I'm saying. You got all these young privates. You got all these young people who have no clue what they're serving for. I just sat here and read out to you Title 10 and how they're activated. And you witnessed President Trump, and it's all in his executive orders. So, you're not reading. You're not freaking reading. So, it don't matter what your nephew says. Prime example. This is a National Guard base right here. I'm going to show you how you look at it. You scroll in like this. Common freaking sense. Look, scroll in. Okay, it says what? A municipal airport. Does it say a military base? It does not. So let's go over here. This is how simple you do this. And you go Nebraska National Guard. Or you could do this. You could go Lincoln Memorial Airport. Lincoln Municipal Airport. Let me get it right let's just show how you can be wrong. Okay, Municipal Airport. Then you come over here. What's it say? Look at here. What's it say? The airport is home of the Lincoln Air National Guard Base. KC-135-R Stratotanker. Let's go back over here. What is this right here? Look at there. Look at the E-6B Mercury. Look at there. That's even better. That's even better, because I'm going to show you what an E-6B Mercury is. E-6B Mercury. Look at here. Look at here. Look at here. Let's pull this bad boy up. what's that say? Missile submarines, which are what? Maritime law. Maritime law. Submarines. What did President Trump do in his executive order 13848 again? Your nephew ain't reading there, Kimmy. Your nephew ain't doing no reading, because look at there. Air National Guard. Now, what does this say? What is that right there? That's Kansas, okay? And this is Oklahoma. Oklahoma line, Kansas line. Now, what does it say again about the military? What did I just say? Biden ain't done nothing. That's what's sad about this country right here. There's someone's nephew who don't even know regulations of the military. And here we go again. I look like the bad guy for calling somebody out. But here we go again. Look at the information war we're in. Here's a member who don't even know he's under oath. And here's a member who don't even know that it's a national security breach for him to be talking when we're in this situation. Here's a member of the military who don't even know that 35,000 members going to the District of Columbia signified the president acting Title 10, 12406, and also 47 United States Code 606. Plus, President Trump had all these executive orders put into place, 13848, 13919, 13958, 13959. Go read them. Man, you know, part of me, this is bad. I'm going to say something bad. I'm going to say it. Part of me wishes we'd just be a freaking train wreck and just go right on into the ground. Just go right on into the ground. Because if laws don't matter and orders don't matter and military regulations and military codes, why don't we just drive it on into the ground? Why don't we just say to hell with everything and just let it go? Why don't we just let it go? It ain't worth fighting for. But if you're fighting for it and it's worth fighting for, then you might want to have some what? Some laws and some orders and some regulations, right? Isn't that common sense? Isn't it common sense? I mean, how stupid can we get in this nation? How stupid can we get? So we got a military who are just fighting and don't even know what they're fighting for? Is that the case? Oh, they just wake up one morning and say, hey, I think I'll fly to Oklahoma this morning. No, I don't know what I'm flying for. Yeah, I just feel like flying. Oh, taxpayer money. Yeah, it's $170,000 an hour for this plane, but it don't matter. You know, who cares? We don't have a system. Think of this. This is how stupid it sounds. If you always use the reversal and you look at the reversal everything and try to look at the common sense of the reversal, listen how stupid it sounds. It's ignorant and it's lazy and it's lackadaisical. And that's the stuff I'm talking about. We have all these people out there. We have all these family members. Well, my nephew and my son and my this and my that. Regulations and military laws says you can't. You're not even supposed to talk. You're under oath. It's a national security breach if you do that. Okay? So same thing as the troll that spoke out. I found his commander. I found his actual unit. They'll be getting a call from me. Okay? Because why? Why do you raise your right hand and why do you swear to take an oath if you're going to go out there and tell all these people, oh, this ain't going on and this ain't what's happening, and lies? The word lies is very strong. The word lies is lazy. You're lazy and you're uneducated if you have to use the word lies. Because right here, this ain't a lie. This is U.S. codes. Look, command and control. These aren't lies. These are United States codes under what? Look, government info. What's that say right there? Governmentinfo.gov. This ain't Derek Johnson thinks he knows it all.net. Derek Johnson thinks he knows it all.com. Look, .government. U.S. codes. Here they are. Here they are. All of them. Look at tab after tab. Where's your nephew at now? Where's your nephew? What's he doing? Why ain't he reading laws and codes? And this is is why I can't have a good show. This is why I can never have like a good show and just talk straight up law. Okay, I'm going to do a show today on law. No, I have to hear from trolls, and then I have to hear from some auntie out there who says, well, my nephew says this is all lies and President Trump, blah, blah, blah. Law and order. And here we are 2 years into this. We're 2 years into this, and we can't make Americans go back and remember stuff because you weren't paying attention at the time. And some nephew. We have such an information war that it's really sad. And like I said, part of me wishes that I just would have kept my mouth shut and let y'all just go right on into the ground and not know and just train it. But it ain't going into the ground because there's a covert operation going on. And if you'd open your freaking eyes and open your brain, and if you'd go read law and order, if you go read law, U.S. codes under law, if you go read what matters and apply it to yourself and go, you know what? I think what Derek Johnson is saying isn't true. Then go read for yourself and go, holy crap, there it is right in front of me. Then you would see, oh, it's not about being right or wrong. This is about our country. This is about our future. This is about our future children. This is about their futures. This is about doing your duty under God or whatever you believe in, whatever you believe in spirits or whatever you believe in. This is your duty to pay it forward. It's almost not worth it in one way to take all. This is what President Trump feels like, dealing with trolls and dealing with morons and dealing with stupid questions and dealing with press conferences where stupid people got in the way when he could have been doing other things that were for the good of the people. This is what it feels like when you're sitting here doing, hey, I'm just reading what the law says. This ain't my opinion. This is what the law says, and this is what you saw back here, and this is what you are seeing now. If you would go back to the origin, though, see what most of you are doing, miss my nephew, your nephew. So your nephew's a general? Your nephew knows everything? Okay. Your nephew. Okay. If all of us in this comment box right now went and they dumped us in the middle of a movie, we might could figure out the movie by the ending and go, okay, but we can't appreciate it because, wow, we didn't see the beginning of it, the origin. Most of you that are making these comments weren't paying attention way back here. So you're just looking at the world as you see it right now. Joe Biden has not been mentioned, not one time. Look, I'm going to pull it up again right here. Watch this. We're going to pull this up again right here. We're going to pull it up again. Watch. Ohio. Well, look at this. Ohio, I've already looked it up so many times I don't have to do it again. Look at here. Ohio National Guard. This is their local news in Ohio. Look at these guys. Look at them. Look. Now let's read this. Watch this. In a series of deployment ceremonies, 1,800 soldiers statewide are being sent off in support of Combined Joint Task Force Operation Inherent Resolve. Military officials say the troops will head overseas for a year-long deployment. About 400 of those soldiers from the 2nd Squadron, 107th Cavalry Regiment, attended a ceremony in Dayton on Thursday. For one soldier, it was about making a history, making a moment. I'm the first female to deploy with the Charlie Troop as an infantry platoon leader, which is really exciting. I'm just really ready to do my best by my guys and bring everyone home safe. Military officials, there's a key word right there, look at this. Military officials say the soldiers will be supporting the military coalition that was created to defeat ISIS. Didn't Biden say ISIS don't exist anymore? If y'all think he's still president, why did he say ISIS don't exist anymore? And here they are saying ISIS does. But that ain't the most important thing here. Here's the most important thing here. That's the local news. Look, September 22nd, 2022. Where's Joe Biden's name mentioned in here? Where's the president's name mentioned? If y'all think he's president, where's his name at? Where is it? Nowhere. What's it say right here? Military officials say the soldiers will be supporting the military. Nowhere in this article does it say anything about Joe Biden. All right, let's go down here. Let's go to this one. This is their NBC4. NBC4, all right? They're official. Where'd it go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There it is. Look at that. NBC.4. Look, nowhere in this article does it say anything about the president or Commander-in-Chief Biden. Nowhere. NBC. Same thing. Hundreds of Ohio National Guard members deploy from Dayton. Look at the date. Where is Biden's name? Where is the president's name? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Where's your nephew at now? Where's your expert nephew now? Where's our expert National Guard now? Where's the president's name mentioned? It's nowhere in here. Where's Biden's name at? If he's president, why isn't his name in here? Why is it saying military officials? God help us all. God help us all. We have got a dumb nation. One dumb nation under God, divisible, with no liberty and no justice for all. That's what it should be changed to right now. That's what it should say right now. All right, let's see here. Let's pull up this one right here. Watch this. Baby formula. I'm going to show y'all something else you missed. Baby formula. Military delivers. Military delivers. Oh, this is going to be epic. This one was epic. Where's the NBC one at? The NBC one's the best. Military aircraft arrives with, oh, this is it. Oh, this is so much all fun. Where's your nephew at now? Where are all the experts at now? Watch this. I got to find the right article. There's an article. I got it in the documents. Let me find the documents. Watch this. It's a lot easier to do it that way. The documents .info. A lot of you ain't doing this. That's okay, because you know why? Y'all, oh, he wrote this. He wrote all these laws and orders out. I can't do that. Look at here, right here. May take it a moment to pull up. Look here. Here it is. There it is. There it is right there. Due to the urgency of the situation, this is the baby formula back in May. Look at here. Here you go, experts of the military. Since y'all are more experts and your nephew knows more, clearly don't know jack dilly doo-doo. Due to the urgency of the situation, the Secretary of Defense approved U.S. military aircraft for this mission on Friday evening. Meanwhile, Joe Biden on Saturday signed into law a measure. Why did the military have to call this? See, this is NBC and the optic, see. Biden ain't doing doo-doo. Biden ain't done nothing. See, the NBC, let me show you something. Let me go over here and show you why Biden ain't done nothing. This is why. But see, you can't know that unless you understand what? Code, right? Unless you understand code, unless you understand war powers of the president. But let's read war powers of the president. Look at here, 47 U.S. Code 606, war powers of the president. Watch this. During the continuance of a war in which the United States is engaged, the president is authorized, if he finds it necessary for the national defense and the security, to direct that such communications as in his judgment may be essential to national defense and security. What happened? Okay, national defense and security. Hear those words right there? Congress failed to do what? Congress failed to address 3 national emergencies. So see, this may be essential to the national defense and security. Security, a national security breach, which is what happened when those emergencies were not addressed, shall have preference or priority with any carrier subject to this chapter. He may give these directions at or for such times that he may determine and may modify, change, suspend, or annul them. And for any such purpose, he is authorized to issue orders directly or through such person or persons as he designates for the purpose, which President Trump did. Watch this. Watch this. President Trump designated, watch this, This is why you got to read, people. This is why you can't be lazy bums like all these other people. Well, my so-and-so didn't do that. Y'all ain't reading. Y'all ain't reading jack diddly doo-doo. You're not reading crap. Now look at here. Let's go read this order. Look at what oh, look at there. Hope the trolls enjoy that. Douchebags. Executive Order 13919, ordering the select reserve. Oh, what does that say? Ordering the selected reserve of the Army Forces to active duty? Oh, did I just read that President Trump signed an executive order to do that? Oh, and what happened on January 17th, 2021? Amazing. What's this? Look at this. Section 1, Activation Authority. The Secretary of Defense is directed to order to active duty for not more than 365 consecutive days. That's the key thing there. See? So when you go back over here, the U.S. Code over here, remember this right here? Whenever the President calls the National Guard of a state into federal service, he may specify in the call the period of service. Members and units called shall serve inside or outside the territory. He can choose that. Now let's go back over here. Not for more than 365 consecutive days. It don't say 365 days. It says consecutive days. Any units and individual members not assigned to a unit organized to serve as a unit of the selected reserve under the jurisdiction of the whom? What's that say again? The Secretary of Defense? Oh. Now, what do we see over here again? What's this say under here again? 47 U.S. Code 606. He may give these directions at and for such time. Look, and what does it say again? Through such person or persons as he designates for the purpose. Now, what did this say over here again on NBC? Due to the urgency of the situation, the Secretary of Defense approved the U.S. military aircraft. Ooh, now, if you just go back, if you just go back to the origin and you go back to January the 6th and January 17th, 2021, that's when the National Guard moved into D.C. Who was the president on January 6th and January 17th, 2021? Where you at, trolls? Where's your nephew at now? Where y'all at, military experts? Where y'all at? This ain't about me being right. You're sitting here reading laws, orders, and regulations. And that's how pathetic of a nation we become. I'm going to stick with that. We have become a lazy, indoctrinated, brainwashed nation because people won't read, refuse to read. It's real simple. It's right in front of you. Due to the urgency, this was May 2022, the Secretary of Defense approved these baby formula emissions. Come over here. 47 U.S. Code, war powers of the President. President Trump activated our National Guard to federal duty. They call it federalizing to active duty. Look what he also can do. Obstruction of interstate or foreign communications. Suspension or amendment of rules and regulations applicable to certain emission stations or devices, EBS. Suspension or amendment of rules and regulations applicable to wire communications, closing of facilities, and government use of facilities. Why did the fence go around the Capitol building again? Suspension or amendment of rules and regulations applicable to wire communication, closing of facilities, government use of facilities. Why did the fence go around the Capitol building the first time in United States history? Why? You witnessed it right in front of it. Look, upon proclamation by the President, there exists a state or a threat of war involving the United States. Look, it deems necessary in the interest of national security and defense. It's right in front of you. It's right in front of you. The military is in complete control of this nation. Donald Trump is commander-in-chief. He's a wartime president. We're in a wartime zone. It's not a war like you've ever seen in your life because it's an information war. It's a cyber war. It's a covert operation, people. No, they weren't going to come out and tell you this. They weren't going to come out and say, hey, This is what we're going to do. Because why? The enemy finds out. The enemy finds out. You got to understand the art of war. You need to go read this book, The Art of War. The Art of War. Right here. I'm going to pull it up where you'll see what it looks like. Right here. This book right here. Go read this book. It will answer a lot of things. Why did President Trump write The Art of the Deal? This guy's a lot more brilliant than what you think. And all you hillbilly bumpkins out there that can't get over, oh, Orange Man bad, and all this, your little hillbilly bumpkin brain up here, you're not using it correctly. The man's a lot more brilliant than what you think. This is it's another thing. Let me pull this up. I'm about to show you this too. I'm going to flip it back and forth here. Watch this. New York Times. I don't have a New York Times subscription, but I'm going to show you this anyways. Let's see here. Military Tribunals. December 2021. Watch this. Right here. Pentagon building new secret courtroom at Guantanamo Bay. What's that say? To hold proceedings starting in mid-2023. Military tribunals are coming in mid-2023. We're already past mid-2022. Y'all want to know when this is coming? Y'all want to know? Y'all want to know what the final grandiose finale is going to be? So I only have one more year, not even a full year, to listen to the trolls, people calling me names, liar, talking about making all kinds of stuff about my family and my personal life, which has nothing to do with law and order. And when this happens, it ain't going to be one of those I told you so's, because this is going to be a very biblical thing. It's going to be very monumental and historical. And I'm going to forgive you because you know not what you do. You know not what you say. Most of you are incapable of holding it up here. Incapable. And, it's a sad deal that we've reached, but go ahead and keep taking your cheap shots out there because you have no lad to stand on, no pot to piss in. All right. You're not reading. And when you do read, a lot of you are incapable. A lot of those people making those comments are incapable of putting the pieces of the puzzle together. It's one thing to read it, but if you don't know how to process it and piece these together and look at it from a 40,000 foot view, just reading it alone don't mean you're going to process it. It's a lot to take in. But even if you don't understand it, you shouldn't be calling someone a liar. You shouldn't be going after their personal life. That just shows, once again, you know nothing about what you're saying because you have no information to back it. When I have over 3,000 pictures in my documents of aircraft in the sky. 3,000 pictures and counting. So, keep making your cheap shots out there. It don't matter. I'm sitting here watching an aircraft right here. Right there. National Guard out of their states. Right there. And this is all day, every day. All day, every day. Let's see where this one's coming from. National Guard. Right there. There's another as we speak. That's a C5 Galaxy. Look. National Guard base. National Guard. Let's see. What else we got here? Let's see where they come. There's a National Guard. There's another one. Another National Guard out of their state. Over into California. Probably going to San Diego. Let's go up here to Portland. Portland International Airport. Look at that. Portland Air Base. There it is. See it? Look at that. Portland Air Base. Now, when it don't say National Guard or it don't say Air National Guard, here's what you do. Portland. I already know this because I know where they are. Click on it. Look at there. 142nd Wing, home of the what? Oregon Air National Guard. See the streak here? There's where it took off from. See the little gray line where it entered the tarmac? Boom, took off. Let's fall back out now. Look at here. Air National Guard. There's a California state line. Where's that aircraft at? Where's it at? It's over what? It's state jurisdiction. It's militia jurisdiction. So now what? That means it's federalized. Who's the only person who can federalize the National Guard and the Air National Guard to federal duty? Active duty. President of the United States. When did that happen? Biden ain't done nothing. There ain't a single article with the National Guard with Biden's name in it. It's right in front of you. All those are pretty much, okay, let's see. Let's see what action we have elsewhere. Let's see what we have elsewhere. Let's look at here. See, and that right there, that aircraft there is a VIP transport. It's a 37B Gulfstream. All right, and it came out of where? Colorado Springs, which is where one of our command centers are for the Space Force. Right there. Boom. You have to read, people. You have to understand. And if you don't understand, you can, but if you don't want to, then you don't need to be spewing off at the mouth. Just sit in your little happy home and do your little happy thing. Look at Australia coming. Look at Australia coming into Hawaii. Let's look at Japan. Most of you can't even put your own state on the map, much less tell what is. There's Japan right here. Let's look at here. I just saw I'm pretty sure I just saw a P-8 Poseidon. Let me see if I can find one. Yep, look at there. United States P-8 Poseidon. That is a maritime patrol aircraft. United States military P-8 Poseidon in Japan. That is a military aircraft, U.S. That's a maritime patrol. It ain't up for training. They don't do that. They train in other places. They train in the United States. They don't train in other countries like that. They're on a mission. It's your taxpayer money too. So you should be happy or pissed, whichever way you want to look at it. Doesn't really matter to me. Whichever way you want to look, fine, whatever. All right, now let's go over here and let's look at this. Let's look at Europe. Oh, look at here. We got a drone in the sky. Look at that bad boy. United States military. Look. Military drone right there. That's the coast of Italy. Another, look at there, military. Look, there's U.S. military, and there's a C-1, that's a C-17 Globemaster. See what we got here. Morocco. Another U.S. aircraft taking off. C-17. Here's one coming here. Let's see what we got here. U.S. military. Where did he come from? Oh, look at there. Oh, y'all witnessing that. Look at this aircraft right here. United States C-17. Now look where he came from. About to blow your minds. Get ready for it. Where's your nephew at now? Where's the troll at? Where's the expert troll at? Where y'all at? Get ready for it. Uh-oh. What's that say? What's that say right there? National Guard from Maine is out of its country, federalized. The only person who has federalized the National Guard to active duty is President Donald John Trump. January the 6th and January 17th, 2021, right in front of every one of you. There it is right there. Out of Air Base, Maine, flying out of the country. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It really is. It's unbelievable, but so many people want to call someone a liar over law and order, federal military regulations, federal law, U.S. law, military law. When all you got to do is read. Look at all the tabs. That's all the tabs, the Title 10 tabs right there alone, just Title 10 alone. Then you got your others right here. You can go read the difference in Title 32 and Title 10 stateside. You can go read the different codes for that. Your benefits, you can go read the benefits of Title 10 versus Title 32 versus the state. I mean, it's right in front of everybody. So, you know, it's really brilliant. It's biblical, it's monumental, and historical. All the pieces of the puzzle that go together, the executive orders, the national emergencies that weren't addressed, the code language, the psychological operations that are very, you can have good psyops. There's bad psyops and good psyops. We're still people. So we all have to have accountability and responsibility, and we all have to come together on one accord, and that's what we the people stands for. But we've had too many bad guys in control for so long that now we have people who are willing to just go right on into the ground. And why? We don't have to. There's a covert operation going on. President Donald John Trump activated the National Guard to federal duty, federalized them to active duty via all these codes, all these optics, all these laws, and all these orders. It's that simple. If you don't like him, sorry, remove the name. Just remove the name and go, what have you seen in the last 2 years? Optics. All right, the other thing that would show that Biden ain't president, if you didn't believe anything else by law and order, would be this. January 26, 2021, he named the four-star blood brother general, four-star general of blood brother Michael Flynn, Charles Flynn, to the head position, the head commander of the Pacific Theater, which is Russia, China, Japan, South Korea, North Korea, Taiwan, Philippines, all hot topics. Why would he name the four-star blood brother of the four-star general that was the whistleblower on the Obama and Vice President Biden administration? Why would he name him to the commanding spot of the hottest topics in the world right now? Which all of you are going to start hearing about China and Taiwan a lot more. Let me just show you that. That's going to be funnier. This is China right here. This is how big China is. Ooh, this is China. This is China. All that's China. All this right here is China. This is Taiwan. That little spot right there. Look at that. Look how little Taiwan is. Now look at China. All of this is China. All of this. But they know most Americans won't look it up and don't even know that that's like all 49 states invading Rhode Island. So, you know, you're only told, most Americans are only told to care. That's it. Look, there it is. It's even better now. There it is. Look at that. All of that versus that little speck right there. They're going to blow that out of proportion. But you can know about it right now. See, you can go ahead and hop on the train right now because y'all, the train left the station 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. Y'all can hop on it now if you'll just go read a little bit. That's what my documents did. That's what my documents did. I took the laws and orders that Donald Trump did that was different than any other time in presidential history and condensed them down, put them in a document, and said, here's what happened, here's the ones that matter, and here's what makes the blueprint up, and here's what allowed him to activate the National Guard to federal duty or federalize them to active duty, however you want to look at it. That's what those documents do. TheDocuments.info. TheDocuments.info. It's just right here. Let's flip this around. TheDocuments.info. It's that simple. And it goes right here. And it's real simple. There's no cost. You just click on that. There's option 1. There's 1. There's part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5. And it's all by laws and orders. It's what you saw. It's what you witnessed by law and order. And it pulls up a PDF file. You don't have to pay for it. There's no code. You don't have to put anything in. It just has to load a while. It is a big file. It takes it a moment to load, no matter how great your internet is. So, that's it. It's real simple. All you gotta do is read. Why won't most people read? If you think I'm wrong, then go freaking read and try to prove it wrong. All you're gonna do is try to prove law wrong. It ain't proving me wrong. But see, here's what y'all don't realize. In the beginning of a change, the patriot is a scarce man, and brave and hated and scorned. When his cause succeeds, the timid join him, for then it costs nothing to be a patriot. So all you gotta do is go read. See that? That's what a winner looks like. They get stuff done. All you gotta do is go read. See? Free read. Look at all that. Free read. Oh, look at there. One of these Joes is not like the other. One of these Joes is in Gitmo. How can y'all not tell that dude is different? There's the one y'all think is president. There's the real Joe. How are y'all that blind? I just want to know how trolls are that blind. I just can't. I just cannot understand. You could put a billboard on that. Look at that forehead. Look at that. That's like you could teach geometry on that forehead. You could go, man, look from this area to this area. Look at that. I mean, you are truly blind as a bat, as Holly just said, if you cannot see. There's real Joe Biden that everybody knew as a senator. Look at that. I mean, it is daylight and dark difference. I mean, golly. Yeah, oh my gosh, that's a perfect comment. That is not a forehead, that is a 5 head. That is a, oh my, look at that. See? Oh, that's what we're doing. Pissing on the Illuminati. So it's like, you know, when you go read all this, these are all laws and orders. Stoutenberg versus Hennett, that's when the U.S. became its own corporation. I'm trying to find some other stuff down here. See how long I've been documenting this? Look at that. Look how long those have been in. What's that say? Scroll up. Oh, June. It goes further back than that, too. So you come on, look at here. Look at what he said. May God have mercy upon my enemies, because I won't. That was 2014. Oh, I could troll Biden easily. He's so much fun. His earlobe has its own zip code. This right here, you need to go check this out. General Nicholson. As tens of millions of Americans head to the polls, U.S. Cybercom and NSA. That's all you gotta do is just read. The Pompeo is the best one. This is really what I wanted to start this about right here. This is what I wanted to come online for tonight. Mike Pompeo said this right here. He said this. We will be transitioning to a second Trump presidency. We're ready. The world is watching. We're going to count all the votes. There will be electors selected. There's a process, and the Constitution spells it out pretty clearly. The world should have every confidence that the transition necessary, that the State Department is functional today, is successful today, and successful with the president who is sworn on January 20th, a minute after noon, will also be successful. There's your key code right there, ladies and gentlemen. A minute after noon will also be successful. Guess who was sworn in a minute after noon on January 20th? That was Donald John Trump. If you go look right here, I'm going to show it to you. YouTube, right here. If you go over here and you go Biden inauguration, this one right here, you got to find the C-SPAN one because they done deleted all the others after I came out. Let's see. We're going to do it right here. Yeah, watch this. Let's see if we can get the sound on here. Okay, this is a C-SPAN one. Let's go back to when he swore in. Let's see if we can find it. Right. Let's go back here.
It silently stalks the country in righteousness and be eminently
We're going to find him swearing in. We're going to do this right here in front of everybody.
Today we confess our past failures to live.
We're going to show you right here in front of everybody.
Equality,
there's Lady Doo Doo.
For all.
There's Kamala Doo Doo.
Yet we resolutely commit still.
All right, let's see. It's so tricky because they didn't want you to know this. We're going to show you right here. Let's see here.
Are fighting.
Watch this. All right, here we go. Watch this.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the oath of office, followed by musical honor.
The oath of office. Here it comes, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to show you 11:47 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've got the screenshot in the documents.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Joseph.
Let's see something here. Got to find the one where it was. Yeah, I got the timer on it. Let's see. All right, so where's it at? See, they deleted all the others. Military, there it is right here. They deleted all the others. They won't let you, they deleted, when I came out public, they deleted all, so CBS, all of them deleted their 9-hour coverages. Let's see something real quick. It showed the time on the other one. It's not showing it on this one. They deleted all of them. How cool is that they deleted all of them? They don't want you the people knowing whenever I went viral. Okay, here we go. I got the pictures in the documents. Had to go, thank goodness I got these pictures. Oh, here's it. Yeah, that's the CBS site. CBS. Come on down here. Here. There it is. Look at that. Oh, that's CBS in. Oh, it was CBS. Look. What's that say? Who is that? And let's go over here to the live one. Let's go over here to the live one.
Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. do solemnly swear. I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute.
He will faithfully execute the Constitution, the same Constitution that I talk about. He's sitting here swearing in and violating it. 11:47 a.m. Let's go over here. That's how you do this right here. 20th. Since y'all are some of y'all are lazy, I'll do it for you. 20th Amendment. Let's go over here. The terms of the president and vice president shall end at noon on the 20th day of January. Wow. Weird. Really simple. What does that say? What is that? 11:48 a.m. Eastern Time? Oh, boy. Goodness gracious. Where's your nephew at now? Where's your expert nephew now? I'm pretty sure that Donald Trump sent the troops in on January 17th, which was 3 days before the 20th. Which are all these codes that I just went over. See, that's why it sucks to have to do stuff like this. It really sucks to have to get on here to be informative to the people and then hear the comment box and try to read the comment box. I really would love to read all the comments, but I ignore a lot of them when it comes to these kind of videos, because you have comments like that really fire you up. And you try to be professional about this stuff. You try to be informative and showing people what the law actually says and what regulations actually say. And then we have that in the comment boxes down there. And it's clearly people who aren't reading. Clearly, people who are not reading your own laws, orders, regulations, federal laws, U.S. codes. And then there are also comments like, well, laws haven't been upheld for years. Well, that's okay, because laws are being upheld now because President Trump activated the Guard and activated all these troops, all 50 states. Now, what you have to understand is what a covert operation looks like. And that's the most difficult part of all this. All these laws and orders shouldn't be difficult. If you're having difficulty with laws and orders, then you're in real trouble. But getting to the people who understand the laws and orders, then it's understanding what a covert operation looks like. And why does the economy have to look like it does right now? And why does it have to look like this? And why don't the military swoop in right now? Well, the military ain't going to swoop in right now because of why? Because we are the only nation that stands as we do. If we do a military hostile takeover, a full grade martial law, we're under a limited martial law right now, and I'll explain that some other time. But if we swooped in right now, the military came in, then what would we look like then? We would look like every other country in the years past. We wouldn't still be the same foundation as what we are. So our generals opted for a covert operation, which will mean a controlled operation, which will mean you, the people, would go about your business, as President Trump also said in his speeches, that, hey, never again will we announce to the public what we're doing, because if we announce to the public, then enemies find out. So you have to trust the military. And we can't even get some of y'all to trust laws and orders and trust a veteran who's sitting here telling you laws and orders and get mad at me for telling you what the dang laws and orders say. I mean, that's how bad of a country we've gotten. Excuse me. That's how bad we've gotten. That a veteran tells you what the dang law and order says, and military laws and orders, and you get mad about it. Or calling me a liar. How am I a liar? What am I lying about? And I mean, that's what is baffling to me. What is so funny to me is, what am I lying about? You know, it'd be different if I was, making some kind of money here, like if I was like making millions or something, and like I don't even know how to make a scenario up of which lying would be possible when I'm sitting here telling you laws and orders. I mean, it's really laughable. And you see this bed right here, trolls? You see this right here? I'm in a hotel room. I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight. Run my name down, baby. Price goes up. All you're doing is making me more whatever. Because I'm sitting here telling you straight up. Laws and orders. 20th Amendment. Good deal. Let me get a swig of good old juice over here. Let me show you something else real fast. I'm going to show you something. I'm not, someone came on here, said, oh, don't let your ego get, look, ego, people have ruined the word ego. You gotta look, let me just tell you what my personality is. You gotta get to know my personality first. And I'm gonna show you what my personality is.
Not a fun fact.
This is my personality.
Back a few months ago, I was headlining a great big nightclub.
Here we go.
They
Listen.
put me up a couple of days early. I came in a couple of days early, and they put me up at what they call the Star Suite. Now here I am.
We're gonna fast forward a little bit. We're gonna fast forward just a little bit.
Taking every
Here we go.
to be humble.
When you're perfect in every way, I can't wait to look in the mirror, 'cause I get better looking each day.
To know
Me is to love me. Well, I must be one hell of a man. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble, but I'm doing the best that I can. y'all just got to get to know someone's personality. If me being egotistical is me calling out a troll, then I'm egotistical to its finest degree. Okay, so that's what we got to understand here. So, anyways, I'm about to get off this live video because I got people coming in my hotel room, so I got to get off the live because they're going to start getting naked and put my eyesight out, so I won't even be able to see this thing. So, anyways, y'all learned some more Law and Order tonight, and hope you share this video with everybody. So, we'll see y'all soon.